right now, moving in, remember, Wolf told us that Coach Dale got those mind games through the drafts, and it really affects everyone.
And considering the fact that STI did come from a loss yesterday against BSB, this is a very crucial fight for them to regain their composure in the regular season.
Yeah, and right now we are seeing a Zask into the hands of STI, which is really good, but then some flame shots. Usually we're seeing the Dragons using all flicker lineups, but then right now we're going to see few flame shots, and they are really maximizing it out right now.
Yeah, the cooldowns are actually the same for Toshi and Hayes. They threw the flame shots all at the exact same time, just to dish out a lot of damage there.
Yeah, and they wanted to push away that Diggy who can drop easily those bombs. And you can see Heat is really aggressive right now, looking for those key targets.
Those key targets is going to be Yuji, and they're going to be forced to fall back here. Lard does go for the bouncing ball in order for him to escape, and Heat looks like it's going to go down, but it does go down to the hands of Docman. Kenji diving in. Lembo dangerously low on HP. That Uranus is very thick. That's a very thick Uranus, and takes down Lembo. They are going to go for Docman. Yuji might be up next, but Hajizi and Hayes, they are going to be disengaging.
Yes, it was a double flame shot, was able to take down the first kill from SCI, but then the follow-up from the Dragons really showed a lot of protection, and right now, they are the ones who keep the ball rolling. Heath was really aggressive. Toshi getting those buffs and key targets just to make sure that we can have those early game Kimmy.
And that's the reason why Hayes and Kenji are gold medalists. Because
Yeah.
they play with the team, and as long as you have good synergy within your team, you will be able to secure the pickoffs and then secure the objectives.
Yeah.
Speaking of objectives, SCI is eyeing out this bottom lane turret, but over at the bottom lane, Lars is going to try to set up a
Frank,
revenge. No revenge
maximum
available
charge.
just yet. Maximum charge is going to be connected. It is
Docman.
a 4v2. Docman is going to go down. It's just going to be Lord on his own, and this is going to be a
Oh
good
my
engagement
goodness.
from SGD Omega. They are still capitalizing on the fact that they have Toshi on that Kimmy, which this just had a lot of damage. Sure, not a lot of kills going to the side of Toshi, but it's deterring them from pushing forward.
It kind of shows them how well they are taking advantage of the early game. With that Rafaelo speeding up everyone right now, even Heat is looking for the Docman. And here comes Yuji for the backup, but then that's going to be the problem because they can't put a lot of damage but onto the top side. That's going to be a GZ trying to escape, but then Lembot was able to take him down with Nixu. Is there any follow-up from the Dragons? But then Kenji
is going to be eyeing out Nixu here, and I feel like Nixu is indeed going to go down, and this top lane turret is going to be defended. SGD Omega will be eyeing out the mid lane this time around so that they can enforce a huge rotation on the side of SCI.
Yeah, I kind of love how well SCI is answering the power of the Dragons, but then there's a bit lackluster in terms of the damage because SGD Omega, in terms of the draft, they are really well-rounded in terms of taking the early game. Yes, you got Yuji, you got Lard, which has got that kind of firepower, but then Terizla and that carry kind of need some push in terms of item. So kind of have those limited movements, limited kills, kill potential on the side of SCI. But then it was great for them to have those loopholes against Omega.
Now, bottom lane is being sieged up right now with by STI. They're trying to take the mid lane turret, almost takes down Kenji there. That's not going to happen, though, because SGD Omega does have rotation from the mid lane. They will be sieging this up. They're trying to go for a... Oh, there goes a penalty zone, not actually connecting to anybody.
G just wanted to zone everyone out, but then the speed booster. Hajizi might pay the price. Here comes Lord for a bit. This is 3-man into the side of SCI. But then few rotations.
Yeah, our rotation just to secure the crab, but they are disengaging once again. And SGD Omega, they have been playing it smart. They don't want to give away any easy kills.
Yes. What I love about SCI right now, yes, you got that Kimmy onto the Dragons, but then it was the first towers are a bit untouchable, not, of course, mid. That was 3 minutes before they were able to take down the mid lane. So the Kimmy isn't really that showing up in terms of the siege power. But then the rotation, they're making up for it as the Dragons is looking for that one with the waste of the Dragon. SGD is going to seal the deal.
But over to the bottom lane, Kenji is being sieged up. Zas does spawn the Nightmare, but I don't think it's going to be enough to dish out damage.
Not
but they
enough
are
Nightmare.
They're still going to siege this up because Zask is one of the best pushers in the game.
Oh.
So as Soshi, but while that's happening, Kenji is going to sadly going to go down, but Lord misses the rage, and Kenji is finally going to go down.
Too much borrowed time right there.
Too much borrowed time. Hajizi and Hayes, though, are going to try to re-engage time. Journey is going to be committed there. Yuji's going to fall down. He's just joining the fight as well. And now Dogman's going to go down. Lord up
Oh,
next.
unstoppable force.
Unstoppable force. No ejections available.
But then that was a good answer coming in from SGD Omega. After the moment that Kenji fell down, it was the top tower from STI being sieged by Toshi. And he was able to capitalize on that one, answering some of the first tier damage towers onto their side. So it was a win-win situation for the Dragons. But right now, this will be a free turtle coming in from SGD Omega.
Free turtle indeed, and I think STI really needs to equalize the map balance here, or
Yes.
the map control here, because they are down 3 turrets. All their tier 1 turrets are going down. Mid lane turret is already half HP, and it's not a good thing if you're trying to bounce back into the game. You need to control the map. Speaking of controlling the map, Lard dives in. Heath, Hayes, and Toshi, they are going to be responding to that. Cho on the side lane, Hajizi is going to try to slowly push up the lane. Kenji is cutting the minion waves as well.
Oh, here comes the fight.
Going to go down. Here comes the fight. Heath is going to go down by the hands of Dogman. A full disengage by SCI. They do not want to commit to this engagement at all.
Even though Hajizi is in a good spot for a flank, they don't want the tank being removed. The heat is down. No one's going to use the ejector. No follow-up from that one, and they just going to have the resources being pushed. So right now, SGD Omega wants to kind of bit of choke that part of the map because STI is really having a hard time looking for those big kills.
Might be a skirmish here over the top side. Nixon
Whoa.
and Hajizi are going to go for a fight. Not exactly.
not going to steal that coin.
I was that close to
Yeah,
call
but
it out. But
oh,
mid lane is going
is
to be
a-
sieged out.
hello?
Heat diving into the back line. Is going to be ejecting Dogman away from
Whoa.
them. But that is going to be a lot of
Time's
damage being
Journey.
dished out by Carry. Time's Journey is going to be committed.
Toshi with the
in the back
damage.
line is going on to UG. Lembut now, the next in line, does dish out a lot of damage on
Whoa,
Kenji. But that
flame
flame
shot.
shot is going to connect to him, but he is going to be back.
Oh,
to the-
Kenji's really
Kenji-
bold.
Yeah, this Uranus is thick, my guy.
This
Very
king of
thick.
metal, you gotta respect Uranus right now. He's being the sponge. He's being the one who's trying to rack down those damage. But right now he can't escape. There's a 3-man rotation, but here comes the backup coming in from the SGD Omega squad.
Oh,
Toshi
penalty
Hayes,
zone to
and
nobody.
he jumps out.
Penalty
Easy
zone
as that.
connecting to the ends in the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, wasn't able to try the needle as Dogman will be
Oh,
the next
nice
one is
eject on
going
Dogman.
down. Lord trying his best to charge up, but of course no setup, no follow-ups, and that's going to be another kill into the hands of the Dragon.
As soon as Dogman respawns, he just gets annihilated right then and there. And this is going to be another free turtle. And this is the benefit of having a Kimi on your side. You can
Yes.
do quick work on any objective, be it a turtle, a turret, or the Lord. And in the back lines, he's just going to be protected by either Hayes or Heath. Just
Oh,
knock everybody away.
Lord!
There goes another eject on to Lord. Now, this is an opening for SGD Omega. They can force out the team fights now because they don't have hard CCs.
Well, technically, this is really an opening for the whole SGD Omega. Even Lord is awake because the SCA right now are having a hard time with all of those damage, but then this carry,
Kenji.
it kind of needs those shreds to take down this
No,
Kenji.
penalty zone
Penalty
connecting
zone.
on Genji. Not a lot of damage.
Oh, a bit of a heal.
Is going to be healed up by Hayes.
It was a good draft that you denied the carry of Toshi, but then Toshi is really one of the best marksman player who got a huge marksman pool. So you gotta respect the guy. And removing carry, first picking carry, it kind of shows a lot of that SCI wants to play into the mid to late game for the shred. So SGD Omega making good use of the early game. They are the ones who's ahead. 8 minutes into the game, 4-12 into the scoreboard, and gold advantage into the hands of the Dragons.
And that's why I agree with what Wolf said in the panel earlier on, where the carry was a very questionable
yes.
pick.
First pick carry is bad.
I would agree with him when he said that you could just went for a Nana even.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got Granger. There's so many pools right now for the marksman that it's not a game changer.
Nice
but
penalty zone connecting on to Kenji. Kenji's going to be forced back. Hayes is going to be there to help him out. There goes the flame shot to knock everybody back. Kenji, though.
playing with fire because they are just a distraction as Toshi and Heath playing that split push play.
Oh, it's a
and
big
right
five-man
now STI moving into the bottom side to answer those, but Hayes and Kenji for the backup still sieging the tower. Dockman looking bad on that HP, and they're not yet done as they are moving into the Lord Spit. 2 seconds.
Man, this is hard for SCI. They need to get the Lord so that they can alleviate a lot of
Hey, look
pressure.
at
But this
Kenji
is
right now.
Kenji.
It doesn't
He's getting,
care.
This Uranus is getting pounded by 3 guys. and still manages to survive.
Yeah, like he doesn't care at all. He's hard as a metal and not really entirely giving any any damages right now. So they are looking for that fight inside the jungle. A bit of a boost, a bit of a heal. They want to take the buff, a bit of a zone, but then the maximum charge was able to push them away. Lord is going to spawn into the bottom side, and movements from the Dragons is paying off.
Yeah, they're just shoving out the lanes, trying to get the lane priority in this fight.
Split push.
Because as soon as STI regains
It's a
lane
sliver of
priority,
health on this top tower. But then
Carry can just go to the top lane, hit it twice, and
yeah,
it's
and then
done.
goes back. But then the whole map is being choked. Incoming Lord as well. So you can't really go outside right now. And a good toss just to wait for the Lord to come in. At the
Yeah.
exact moment that the Lord's going to knock into the doors, that big cart is going to move into the tower. So
Yeah.
they are moving in for the siege, for the power. And this will be a hell of a fight.
And Kenji is going to be in the front lines here. The Lord's going to be chipped down to low HP. Kenji is not going to be dishing out a lot of damage there.
But Kimi
Oh,
Toshi.
nice revenge. Nice
Whoa,
range. He gets ejected
ejected.
as soon as he tried to go for the revenge, and it gets canceled. Cooldown is still up, though.
No towers left in mid and bottom, but they need to work out onto the top. Kenji still playing
Oh, nice
the
ejection
distraction.
onto Nixu. Nixu went for the penalty zone. It's not going to be connecting to anybody at all. Time Journey is not available, so they can go for a big on team.
Yuji!
Team fight here. Kenji's going to go down. It is going to be Dogman being
Nightmare,
traded
yes.
by Toshi. The Nightmare is going to be
Whoa,
spawned, but it's not
they have
dishing a lot of
distracted.
damage. How GZ over the top side is going to be backing off here, and that's going to be the game. SGD Omega takes a 1-0 victory.
That was a really good play from SGD, but not as clean as how the squad really works. I think they just have that kind of play time.